Welcome to this week's edition of Proud to be a Delta Farmer, brought to you by Terrell Seed, creators of Rev Brand Seed and Mississippi Ag, Arkansas Ag. I'm visiting today with Dr. Malcolm Broom and Don Self with the Mississippi Peanut Growers Association. And Dr. Broom, peanuts really did good for us in 2012 in Mississippi. It's a whole new crop for us.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about where we're going as far as acreage and things like that.
We'd like to think the acreage will hold as good as it was in 2012. The new area was basically the Mississippi Delta, and it probably almost doubled our peanut acres. We're getting reports anywhere from the Farm Service Agency of 44 to 45,000 acres, with NASS reporting 49,000.
Yeah.
So we had a yield of 4,400 pounds per acre, which is the second largest in the nation. Georgia beat us this year. We normally have the highest yield, but they beat us this year. And so we've had an extra good crop here all across the peanut growing region. As a result of that, there's going to be some depression in prices, just like with any crop, supply and demand. And the supply has greatly increased from the previous year, and that's why we had so much expansion, was because we had a shortage from the previous year with a drought in Texas and out in Georgia. So that caused us to increase plantings, and as a result, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with too many peanuts. But we're proud to have a good growing year. We'll take that anytime over a problem.
Sure. And Don, I know you're with the National Peanut Board.
Yes, sir.
Nationally, how are peanuts doing with our farmers nationally?
Our crop last year was somewhere around 3.4 million tons, which is the largest crop on record. Our previous record was like 2.5 million tons. And the shellers tell me they've got enough to last for 2 years. So like Dr. Broom said here, our price is probably going to be down. And if you need to rotate, next year may be a good year to back off just a little bit on peanuts, But I feel like, and he does too, that peanuts, that we're going to be offered something in the spring. We don't know what yet. Supply and demand takes over more with peanuts than any other crop I've ever raised.
But Dr. Broom, one of the things as far as the peanut industry, we got a couple of facilities in Mississippi, right here in the Delta, associated with peanuts this year.
That was a plus for Mississippi. We have 3 buying companies in the state now: Golden, Birdsong, and Clint Williams Company, which came in up in Cleveland, Hartsdale and Greenwood area. And they are committed. They say they need to come this way because the water problems and some of the drought out in Texas and New Mexico is hurting their supply of peanuts. And they have a good company. And so we feel like with that, we've got the infrastructure beginning to build in Mississippi. If you go to Georgia, where they've had peanuts for 50 years, it's just amazing at the number of jobs and how big the industry is over there. So we've got hopes down the road to have a shelling plant and then maybe a processing plant. It'd be great to have a peanut butter making plant in the state. So it's got a lot of potential. We just need to all kind of hang in there and be patient, and I think this thing will really turn around and be a plus for us.
We'll take all we can get, won't we?
You're right. You're right.
I want to thank you a whole lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Join us next week for another edition of Proud to be a Delta Farmer, right here on WABG TV6 and NBC 33.